Well, good morning. It's a couple of days later now. I didn't come out yesterday because I decided to spend yesterday making some chili sauce. I grow chilies. I've got a heap of chilies. So rather than waste what I've harvested, because otherwise just sit in the bucket because there's that many of them, I can't put them in the fridge. They end up going to waste. So I made a couple of big batches of chili sauce. So today I'm going to do a little bit. I've got a heap to do today as well. I've got to go into town and get a pink slip, or a roadworthy inspection as some people might call it, for my ute. Registration is due on Saturday, so I've got to do that, and then I've got to go and pay for my green slip so I can insure it. For my American friends, that's the insurance, a third party insurance. Where here in Australia we can't register our car without the insurance, so we've got to pay that so I can insure it. Got a few things to do. So today I'm just gonna, I might put these in and mark them out and drill them. I'm still going to try and work out how I can cut them. I don't think I can use the saw. I thought about cutting them with the grinder, but I don't know, I just don't like the idea. Oh geez, that vice is turned off and it's still magnetic. I don't know if I can get it halfway. No, so I've got no way of holding it. It won't hold. Yeah, I'll have to try and think of something. I could try and cut it by hand, but geez, there's a lot of cutting. I don't really want to spend, you know, an hour cutting each one with the hacksaw. So it might have to be the grinder. I mean, I'll use the 240 volt. I won't use a battery grinder. First, I've got to drill them. So let me set the mill up, and when I'm ready to go, I'll bring you back. Alright, here's what I've come up with. Now I've got hold of this and stuck it in the lathe and turned it down so it fits in the bore, and it's just got a slight taper there, and I did a little tiny centre mark. So as you can see, that centres in there nicely. Now it probably should have been a bit lower. I should have cut that down a bit lower, but anyway, I thought it doesn't really matter where I go as long as I go across that centre. And I marked it and then scribed it down both of them, and then I took that out and measured 20 mil either side of that centre line, like that, because then I could get it square, because I'll get either side of that bore and scribe those two lines. So what I'm going to do now is put them up in the mill. I'll hold them by that flange. I'll be able to put the square, I've got an engineer square to line up that centre line, and then I can do a slot drill deep enough to take those heads. It doesn't even have to go full depth, it's just about there, and that'll give me, you know, that much. So that should be fine. The only thing I'm considering, whether it's worth pinning it, because once it's cut, they should be able to align it properly. It should be fine. Yeah, once I get those in, I might even look at, yeah, I've got to think about that. Every time I think of something, something else pops in my head, but I'm going to concentrate on getting these done first. So I want to get these done before I go anywhere today, so as long as I get those drilled, then I'll work out how I'm going to cut them. I might even do something after lunch, but I need to get in and get all this shit done first, because otherwise I have trouble getting the car booked in for an inspection. It you know, could be problems because the car's due for registration on Saturday. So yeah, I'll take this up anyway and set this up, and I'll bring you back. Okay, good morning. It's the next day. I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. I was going to do this one and then bring you back, but I started to lose me shit because this blunt, I tried to sharpen, I ground the end of it off, but it just keeps, it's just garbage. And I stuffed up here, you can see where I put the drill head in to drill this hole, and yeah, that'll clean up alright. It's not a high speed thing, but I've got this one done and drilled through. What I did though is I decided it was 12 mils too big for this, so I've gone 10 mil. That's tapping size. I've got to I'm not going to open that up until I've split it. Then I'll open the top half up. That's just drilled at tapping size, and I started to do this and it will not cut it. So I thought to stuff it, I'll go into town and do what I had to do. My utes re-registered, so that's all good. Passed inspection. But I ordered, got online and ordered express postage, a new 16mm bit of Sutton tools. Not this garbage, this is bloody Tool Master garbage. Sutton tools, and you can tell I could buy a whole set of Tool Master high-speed steel, allegedly, slot drills and end mill set for about $60 or $70. I think for the one 16mm slot drill, Sutton, I paid $59 for it. So you know that one's going to last for a long, long time. And I brought a full set of straight 10mm by 1.5 taps and one spiral tap, a 10mm spiral. They were last processed at 12:30 last night in Newcastle, so they should arrive today. So what I'm going to do today, in the interim while I'm waiting, is put these in and machine these ends here. Get those out of the road, so when I do get these done, I can just keep going straight away, going straight up. So let me get set up. I'm going to put the shafts in, poke the centre back in, and get set up ready to go, and then we'll come back and have a look. Right, I've got that in. Now what I'm going to do here, first of all, is I'm just going to poke the parting tool in and just clean up down there and give that a bit of a relief. Yeah, just so it's all parallel. It should be close, but you know, when I milled the flats, it could be out just a little. So I'm just going to take a skim and just clear that corner. So and then we'll come up here. I don't know whether to machine that with the parting tool. Probably could actually, because I can just go straight in. I want to leave a shoulder there. And then machine that in, and when I machine the collars, I'm going to have it so that the collar comes out just past here and it's got a step in it, so it'll fit tightly in here, so up against this side here and up to there, so it fits tightly in there so there's no movement. And it sits over the top of that. Yeah, I do want a shoulder. It's got to have a shoulder here, because that's going to stop the whole thing wanting to push back on me. Because you know, regardless of how tight you do something up, once you start to put this thing under load, or if it starts to vibrate, it's going to want to move backwards. So definitely going to have that step. Just how deep I take it, I'm not sure. But I'll get set up and put you in the stand, and we'll have a bit of a play. Alright, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see. It's a bit hard. I've got very little room to put this camera. I need to make some more mounts so I can mount it in better places. Let's see how we go. I'm going to get rid of this that switch, if you can hear it, because it is handy to have this here, but it's it's handy to have it when you're using coolant. But it's a pain in the backside any other time. should be enough, I think. Oh, no, a little bit more. A little bit more. You can still see there's a witness mark on there. I think that'll do. That looks alright. Just a bit of a relief around there, and it's brought this all down to the same. So actually what I'll do now, while I've got my zeros, I'll put the other one in and do it so it's exactly the same. Sorry if I get in your way. And because it's pushed up against here, they'll be exactly the same. See, this one's different. So that one's 13.3 thick. This one is 15.3. So hence the reason why I'm going to do them so they're both the same. Everything's the same. It'll be the same when I come up the end here. That one's done. Although now I have a bit of a step here. I'm going to have to, I'll have to put that back in the mill to take that off. I don't want to take this undercut too far down because you get too far, because that is the drive end. So you don't want to give it any weak points at that drive end. It's 224. Let me widen you up a little bit. That's 226. So they're both out by 2 mil. So that one's the other one's the shortest. So I'm going to bring this one in the same. It's about 3 mil out. So coming from the drive end, everything will be worked out from there. That's 224. Knock that down. And I mean, it's only a rule of measurement, but that will be enough. So what I'll have to do then is this here is going to be a bit longer, so I'll have to machine that down as well. Just let me check that measurement. $253. This one is 256, so 3 mil. So this is the joys of having digital readouts. Where I can get this exactly right. So let me bring you in a little bit closer. I can't see because this bloody light. You can't see that. Can I screw this bloody thing out? I don't know whether it's going to make any difference, but let's try it, eh? I don't think it's going to make any difference. Let me turn that friggin' light out. Oh, yeah, you should be able to see it a little bit better. There we go. Alright, now we've got you right there. Turn my lights back around. I'll set that 0. Just touch this one, 0, so I know how deep to go. Alright, let's do this one. Pretty sure that's not supposed to squeal like that either. That's annoying. Righto. Now I've got to screw this back in. And put that one in. That's actually 252. So let's that's about there. Put this back here in high range. Righto. Now my next problem is, judging by the way that's squealing its ring out, is getting the parting tool in there. Unless I just use the left and right hand tools, I think that's what I'm going to bloody do, you know. Because it's just going to be ultra annoying. Let me take a 0 off this. So I know how far down. I might go a millimetre or so below that. And we'll leave a couple of mil there. It's just now I'm going to modify my tooling. I know people sometimes cringe. Let me show you. Where am I? Hang on, widen it, idiot. This here, you can see where I've already ground a bit underneath, but this back here is going to get too close to where so I'm just going to grind a bit off the back. I know it's rough as guts, but you get that. Stay tuned. Righto. I'm hoping you can see that. Like I said, I really do have to get my shit into gear, don't I? Alright, that's down now 1mm below that. So let me change my tooling. Alright, I got these finished off camera, but they're done. And as I say, that is 2mm smaller than that. So that's got a little shoulder there to push up hard up against. Now there's not much more I can do until the rest of my stuff comes in. So what I'm going to do until then is I'm going to make a holder, or I was just thinking, oh no, I've got to be able to pull that drawer out. I put somewhere to put my centre and my drill and my chuck key. I'm going to put them here. I can still do it with that light. So like I did on the other lathe, I'll just make something and text through it to here with a couple of holes in it. That'll work. 3 holes. The old 3-hole. Some will get it, some won't. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get a little bit of sheet metal and just put it there so I can put my dial on it, turn the magnet on so I don't knock it off. That should keep me busy for a few minutes until my stuff gets here. Hang on a second. Yeah, no, it hasn't updated. It says still processed at 12:12 AM. But it's only 9:40, so it should still arrive today. I'm hoping. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Alright, there we go. Found that laying in my scrap bin. That happens to be a spare off my old clothes dryer, the thing you mount on the wall to hang the clothes dryer off. So I just cut the ends of it off, drill some holes, and there we go. I should have put a couple in there for Allen keys, although they're not going to stay. That's right, they can stay on top of the lathe. So yeah, what I might do too is I might make something I can bolt to the wall with some bar on it to put my tool posts on. So they're easier, like they're not left like this. So everything's tidy. I might even look at doing that. Hang around for a sec. Alright, got this done. So that's done. I meant to mention before, I just 24mm spanner rather than use a shifter for the tool post. And there's my other ones. Made it out of stainless, but I powder coated it. It's a little bit dodgy because I didn't get the coating proper, but that's fine, it's only for me. And they'll just come off like that. There we go. That's much neater, isn't it? The top of the lathe's cleaned up. I've already wiped this down and oiled it because even though Australia Post can be weird sometimes, because I checked the parcel before and it said due for delivery Tuesday. So I thought, you bastards. But then I've got a notice to say it's on board for delivery today, so yeah, so it probably won't arrive until 1:30, 2 o'clock, so I'm going to leave it until Monday now, but I'll have everything to start fresh Monday morning. So, but I got this done, which I really wanted to get done during the week at some stage, so that's much tidier. I like that. It looks organised. I might even try and attack that switch, bypass the bastard. Yeah, so anyway, I might get this video off. It's not going to be a real big one today, but I'll get it off. Look, I packed up everything on this. Look at this. Everything organised. and I've cleaned up my bench, pulled my tools away. I said it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try and make sure every day I give it a bit of a, like, pack everything up, and then on Fridays give it a good clean up. So yeah, so I might go through this and upload it and start fresh on Monday, and then I'm hoping now that I've got this shit, I should be able to make some really good progress next week, because get those collars made, then I can start putting these on, sort out all these cutters, get, you know, there's 3 different angles, and then I can put them on and tighten everything up, and yeah, start to sort things out. So I'm pretty keen. Like I said, that once the hard stuff, the fiddly shit gets over with, that it'll go quicker and quicker. So by the end of next week I should have these sorted. Keys made, and yeah, so let's start looking at making the base for it. So anyway, as always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Alright, tools arrived. Here's my slot drill. As you can see, Sutton, that's the good one. But the only problem I have, these Toolmaster taps. And as I said before, I'm not very keen on Toolmaster tooling. So here we go. But I've got the 10mm and the spiral and that. So yeah, I'll be ready to kickstart on Monday. Right into it. Okay, carry on.